Start streaming. Let's see what up and reconnected. Sorry, a little technical difficulty. Me being the IT guy, I didn't do number 1 and open the windows, so I had good airflow. I think it just got a little hot here and it caused everything to kind of wank out there. So sorry about that. But it looks like we're back up and running. Okay, so you guys go ahead and I'll take your long rest if you guys haven't already.
Already done.
Okay, I'm gonna give long rest to our man Alan there. Oops, sorry. Max a zillion. Nobody heard that.
Rom is well rested.
All right, and okay, so if I go back to the road ahead and I look, I see Crom with 16, Jet with 13, Darius with 15, Obridge with 17, Valfred with 12, and Ymir with 20. So yeah, so it looks like we're all good to go back in. Okay, so taking us back off there. Oh, also, how's the music volume? Is the music volume too loud, or is it okay?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
How about now?
Can't hear it at all now.
No, it's
Yeah,
good.
I hear none.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Just for a feature of VTT, in the previous patches, if I had like a web window open and I have the app open, audios were separate. Now, if I change the audio in either one of them, it synchronizes with the rest of them. So now if I up it up a little bit, is that louder for everybody?
A little bit.
No.
Yeah, I don't hear anything still.
Okay. Might need to adjust your audio a little bit then.
No. Okay, I hear it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're back up and running. All right. So you wake up. Does anybody have the cooking talent? You know, where somebody has like a mess kit as one of their what is it called? One of their tools. They pick that. Anybody pick anything
Nope.
cool like that?
Nope.
Anybody
I
else?
can play a mean game of Three Dragon Ante though.
There you go. Anybody have
I can-
survival?
I can steal cooking equipment.
What? Oh my god.
Got these
Nope.
tools, baby.
Is anybody good at survival?
No.
Nope.
We went over this when we started. We don't have any survival.
Wow. Yeah, you guys are a bunch of rich, posh,
Yep.
privileged individuals who all
Mm-hmm.
used to somebody taking care of everybody for them. All right, let's take a look here at our man here and see if Sildar, does he have no, he doesn't either. All right, well, whoever wants to give it the best shot to see how good breakfast comes out, who's going to be the one who's going to do it?
Is there which skill should I roll?
Yeah, the closest one is going to either be Dex. You can roll a straight up Dex or survival.
I'll roll survival.
All right.
Oh god, don't eat anything I make, guys.
Wow. So looks like Ymir makes the dwarven delight called cram, which is kind of like, you know, pine cones and grubs, and it takes longer than
Moss.
it should, and he packs it up, and it's like this dried, you know, big ball of crunchy, weird stuff. I have no idea.
Sounds so delicious.
But not very filling, but he seems to be pretty proud of it, right? Yeah. What do you think, Ymir?
Yeah,
I've eaten worse.
I think it tastes delicious.
Wish we had a elf in our party for some lembas.
And Valfred is like, well, I mean, that's for, elven adventurers, not for us rugged types that are, partial or non-elvish,
That's fine. We can kill an animal and I'll just eat it raw. That'll do me.
I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that, you don't eat the hearts of your enemies and drink your own urine.
Just depends how tasty they are.
All right,
Or what
so
you've
you
been
guys,
drinking.
with your overstuffed cart, starts to roll out. Who's going to be in charge of the horses?
I have 0.
Yeah, me
So-
too.
I'll try it
Anybody
out.
has anything.
I'll do it.
All right,
You're gonna roll some animal handling.
you got it.
All right. That's respectable.
Yeah, that's not too bad. You're as you kind of work your way to the cart, a little tricky with your 2 draft horses getting it back to the road, but you managed able to make it back onto the road and start working your way towards Eldalin up there to the north. And you're coming over some hills, and it kind of drops into this small valley. You kind of look down. It's a clear day. Looks like a lot of the woods have been cleared away from this small village. It kind of rests up against the slopes of these hills, and there's definitely some mountains to the northwest of Feldallen. Kind of look like it could be mining territory or something like that. Who knows what hidden treasures can be in those mountains. And the one thing you do notice as you kind of start to wind slowly down in the valley is that this town looks kind of decimated. That the outskirts of the buildings look like that some of them are like rubble, some of them have like half the roofs broken, and then as it starts getting a little bit more towards the center of the town, you can see that some of the buildings there has some new roofs and stuff like that. So it looks like this city may have been devastated sometime in the past, and maybe just in the last decade or two that some settlers finally came back out here and tried to repopulate. So we will then move to a new map.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try to find that map. All right, can you guys see this map?
Just game paused.
Yeah, just
Oh, how
it
about
isn't-
now?
still the same
Nope.
map.
Still the same map. Okay. Let's see. Where is it? Where I can let everybody see the map. Here we go. How about now?
Same thing.
And how
Oh,
about
there it
now?
goes. Now it's going.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. I'm gonna drop an icon on here for you guys to move
I don't
around.
I don't have vision again. Oh,
Yeah,
black.
me neither. It says you don't have a token on this map.
Yeah.
Huh,
Yep,
interesting.
same here.
So now all of a sudden it went to saying no token, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. How about now?
There we go.
And okay, and then you guys unrestricted to see the entire map.
Yep.
All right, so as you're coming down the valley, you pass this house over here, which actually looks like it is been refurbished a little bit, and that there are actually some crops in the field here. You guys slowly are making your way, down the road, and you got a pretty good kind of, not aerial view, but a good kind of view of the town as you're coming down out of the hills into the small valley. So it looks like pretty much everything, like kind of like in this area, has all been, pretty much rebuilt. But you can see, like on the outskirts, like out here, there is you see that there are some ruined buildings, around the edges of town.
Does it look like the damage is fresh?
No, those buildings all look like that they've been destroyed for, maybe, well, actually, why don't you make a history roll? All right, not bad. Are you trained in history, or is this your natural ability?
No, I just not trained.
Okay. From what you can tell from the ruins, it looks like an older architecture style than what the current builds of the newer looking houses are. Okay. And you guys slowly start coming down there into town. And you saw there was some people milling around as you were like little specks on the horizon. And you're coming back to the square as you're moving up. And
Ask Sildar, is he in here before? Is this typical reception for visitors?
Yeah, I was here a couple years ago. When I, me and Gunridge, we've been friends for about 10 years or so, 15 years. And he always like had this dream of finding this old dwarven mine. And we used to, when I retired, like after I put my, 20 years in, we came out here and scouted the place, and he kept thinking that this was the area where, that old dwarven mine was. And we searched it out. It looked like they've actually built out a few of the houses more in the last 10 years, but then we left, and he went and did a lot more research, and then, we bumped into each other a couple times over the years, and he finally found the map, and he got his brothers from one of his brothers lived in Novahold all the way on the west coast, and sent for him, and then his other brother that lives with him in Thunderthorn, and he went down, and he spent a lot of his time actually doing a lot of his research in the library at Vadarum's Academy, where all you young folk are from. And that's when he finally, pieced together the map, and then summoned me, and I met him on the way up here, but now he's missing. And now we got to find him. But yeah, I mean, it's a quiet little burg that, best of my knowledge, I think it was the history is that during the Orc War, probably about 10 or 15 years ago, was pretty decimated, and only in the last 10 to 5 years that people started moving here and rebuilding. Huh. All right, let's see. Well, I know there's an inn coming up here, and we need to go and drop off the supplies. And I don't
Is
know.
there a warehouse that Gundred was working out of here, or where are we dropping the supplies off?
Well, there's a miners' exchange, which is still there, and let me see, where else were we supposed to go? It was, but Barthon was giving us another deal, and he's at the far end of town. You see points up here in that direction. And then, just off the town center, as you guys clip-clopping up, now you see that, it was Oberich who did who's riding and the horses. And as you guys were traveling throughout the day, due to the packing job, things kept falling off. People just kept picking them up and carrying them and putting them in their backpacks or stuffing them in there. But to the best of your knowledge, you guys didn't lose anything. And you guys come through town, and off to the left is, or to the right, you see a big sign written in common. It's, says Town Hall. And then,
is it like well maintained?
Oh yeah, it looks, I mean, it's a little rustic compared to like, well, this might be up your alley. I don't know if you're from the big city or not, but yeah, I mean, it looks in pretty good shape. It's not like fantastic craftsmanship, but it looks well maintained and kept together.
Is it still fairly early in the day?
Yeah, I'd say probably it's about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It took most of the day for you guys to get here. If you only had your cart, you probably could have made it in half the time, but with all the stuff spilling off and stuff, so you get to there, it says, well, I need to take these supplies to Barthon's Provisions, and some of the stuff that we brought was for him, that he was paying us to bring, and then he has a store area for all of our goods for the mining. I don't know if you want to accompany me, or if you guys want to get your lodging. The Stonehill Inn is pretty nice, and they'll have probably enough accommodations for all of you.
I'll attend. I'll help Sol with the cart. Make sure our little goblin assistant comes along.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just gonna make a roll, see if it's how it turns out here. Ooh. Volt's now in the game. He
Just
tried
traveling through town.
He tried to get out one time, but you guys pretty much all caught him. He actually, tried to sneak off and, no, get back here. And so, yeah, no, he's still with you. So is everybody going to go with him, or who's going to break off and go to the town?
I'll go with him.
Tavern, I mean. Okay. So everybody's just going to make sure he gets there safely.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys pull up to Barthon's Provisions. And as you come up, the dusty road, you can see that at the southwest end is like some really huge double doors into like a warehouse. I mean, this whole big building is like a pretty big structure. And it's open, and there's a looks like there's a couple people moving around inside. And you guys pull up with a big cart of goods.
This will probably be received well.
And Saldar slides off the cart and walks to the inside, and he says, Hold on just a moment, gentlemen. It'll just be a few minutes. I'll just gonna let him know we're here. I'll be back. And he jumps off there and he goes in and starts going to talk to the guys inside the warehouse. You guys just chilling?
Yeah, I'm watching him. I mean, does it seem like it's a civil conversation?
Yeah, at first it's like they kind of like are hesitant, like when he walks in there. I mean, he's wearing full chainmail and has a sword going in there, and he doesn't have any talberts or anything like of his previous station. I mean, he just kind of looks like an old grizzled mercenary now. And then after a couple minutes, you see a bunch of guys come out, and he says, "These are his workers. They're gonna come and unload the cart, and if you guys want, you could follow me, into the actual, his storefront. If you guys want to go look around and see what they got, and we can work out some kind of deal.
Sure.
Or you can meet me back at the end. We got all this stuff here. It's up to you guys."
I'll hang out and watch the shopping.
Sure.
There will be time for the inn later.
All right, so everybody disembarks and they go in, and it's a pretty nice shop. It seems to be well kept. Some good, 80 by 80, full square with the back end. It has, like a desk where, or a countertop where an older gentleman sitting there. He seems to be in his mid 40s, and he's balding on the top of his head, and and he just looks and smiles, and he says, yes, Ander told me that you finally arrived, Sildar. It's been a long time since I've seen you up here, a couple of years." And they kind of extend a little pleasantries themselves, and yes, me and Gundon ran upon some trouble, and our cart was ambushed by these goblins here. As he kind of kicks the goblin in the butt, and he squeals like, "Oh, master, now!" And but these brave adventurers, they're from the academy. He's like, "Oh, what academy is that?" And he kind of like smiles as he says it, and he looks over you guys.
That would be Vaterum's Academy for Adventurers.
Yes, you look the type. You guys all look a little green. Seems like at least once or twice a year, a group of young bucks such as yourself looking for adventures and tales and stories sweep through Faldana to either, try to find lost treasure or break up orc tribes raiding neighboring villages and stuff like that.
We
Well,
just cleared out a goblin problem you had just south of the town, so.
yeah, I appreciate that. And what Sildar said, that you brought in the supplies that I would have lost, which would have took a huge profit loss if I didn't have those supplies for the town. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a repayment for your good deeds and bringing back at least most of my goods intact. And he throws a bag of gold at let's see, who does he throw a bag of gold at? He throws it at Crumb.
And Crumb drops his hammer and his shield and grabs the gold with two hands and kind of looks at everybody.
Okay.
I believe that's for everybody, Crumb.
Of course.
You can buy the rooms tonight, Crumb.
And the drinks.
To the inn.
Well,
There
thank
we
you,
go.
brave adventurers, and he tips his hat. And I really appreciate you helping Sildar get back to town, because we had definitely several business transactions, and this will turn out more profitable now that you've brought all the materials back. So thank you very much.
And thank you. And just out of curiosity, does the name the Black Spider mean anything to you?
He raises an eyebrow and Black Spider, you say? Nope, I can't say I've ever heard anything about it. Is it a drink? Sounds like it'd be a really interesting drink.
It was mentioned by our goblin friend as somebody who might be behind the interception of your goods. Do you know of a King Groll of the goblins somewhere hereabouts, or another hive of goblins somewhere nearby?
No, we didn't even know that we had a goblin problem, actually. We haven't lost any of the caravans over the last, that came in like over a month ago.
Well,
but
what they lacked in effectiveness, they made up in ferocity, I'm sure.
But what I will tell you that, a few months ago, this group of like ruffians kind of moved into town, and I don't know, they walk around, they've started pushing everybody around, and all of them carry swords, and most of us aren't really fighters or anything like that, but they call themselves the Red Brand. And they've really just been shaking down all the local businesses and causing trouble, and they even came by and demanded protection money from me, but not wanting any trouble, and they weren't asking a king's ransom. I gave it to them because we really don't have much in the way, if any, real militia here to kind of protect us.
Do you need help clearing them out?
Well, I mean, I'm not the one who wants to start any trouble. I mean, if you want to talk to anybody about that, I'd go to the mayor's house, go to City Hall and maybe talk to him. I mean, they haven't made my life so difficult but if they start getting more brazen or asking for more money, it could definitely be trouble for me.
Oh, believe me, we wouldn't tell them that we heard about them from you.
But as of now, I'm just happy that we got back, the supplies we need. And so now all the orders that people have made around town, I can fulfill and keep my business running.
Oh, we were happy to do our part to help the wheels of commerce continue spinning, sir.
Yeah. I'll tell you, though. And he looks over at Sildar and he's like, Grundon's brothers, the two of the Rock Seekers, they're camped somewhere outside of town. They came in probably 2.5, 3 weeks ago, waiting for you guys, and they kept saying that Gundren was supposed to meet him here any day now, but I haven't seen them in probably a 10-day, so I'm not sure where they ran off to. But they didn't like the Red Bands, and so they decided to camp outside of town towards the hills and the mountains, and wait until their brother showed up. But doesn't sound like he's showing up now.
Well, maybe not right away, but we'll see what we can do about that.
Well, it's good to see some law and order around here, as he looks at the two paladins and over at the Golden Strand member, who is not overly apparently wearing his robes to flash who he is. He's wearing his green forest cloak that conceals.
He has the aura about him, though, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, he has basically. I mean, he does carry a staff, but he has his cloak kind of pulled around him that hides most of his features. And then, just when you guys entered, he pulled his hood down, and though he's a half elf, he is definitely looks a little bit more elf than human. And I'm taking liberties. Handy can come back and tell me and otherwise, but that's how we're kind of playing it right now. So he's kind of playing down who he was, but his cloak is a little bit more open now that he's in the supply and the provisions house. Do you need
how
any
often
extra
do these
gear?
how often do these red bands come by asking for money? Was it just the one time?
Well, I think 2 or 3 times in the last month. I think the last time they came around was like a week ago.
So, you think they're going to come around again soon, or?
I don't know, but you'll see them around town. At the southeastern part of town, heading back towards the old manor house. There's the Sleeping Giants Tap House, like a small bar they like to hang out in and drink the days away.
I think we should go to that tavern, guys. Let's go find ourselves a drink.
Yeah, I'm behind that.
Ooh, we're gonna go make friends.
Let's make some really good friends. Goblin, you're coming with us.
Are you sure you guys want to go looking for trouble so soon? We just got here. I haven't even had a decent night's sleep yet, Sildar says.
Oh, we're not making trouble.
Fine. It's fine.
We're gonna be fine.
It's fine. Look at all this money we have.
Okay,
We'll buy our way out of trouble.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. You guys can go do what you want, but I'm gonna go get a good night's rest before I really go start searching for Gondra. And I have no idea if these guys. I doubt these guys have anything to do with it. They're not goblins, right? Matter of fact, maybe we should take. This one to the town hall or the magistrate and have him, put him in irons or something.
I don't know that that's necessary.
I asked the guy at the warehouse. Do you have any irons here?
Let's see. It's Barthen. And you want to know if they have any manacles?
Yeah, do you have any manacles?
I'm gonna spend money on manacles for this creature.
Oh, I think, the cost of the manacles and other little goods we deliver. Maybe just a nice little gift to make sure this goblin stays in line. We don't want this guy running free. I think, the warehouse manager would agree with us. We can return them once we're done with them.
He's like, well, I don't rent items, I sell them.
All right, I'll buy them. How much?
Hey, now you're making me look this up. I hate you. Okay, let's see.
Can you not tie knots in a rope?
Oh, we could do that.
Goblins are pretty shifty, though, man.
You need a leash for your pet.
Equipment. I don't want starting equipment. Wonder if there's a table for this. Oh boy. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be far off or not, but I'm going to say some cheesy manacles. It's going to cost you probably 50, or no, we'll go with 7 silver for his cheapest set of manacles.
I look at the other pal, and you could just take that out of my cut. You could grab a silver from the bag or whatever.
Well, you look in the bag; it's all gold pieces.
You got change for a gold piece?
Yeah.
All right.
So it gives you 3 silver back. So mark it off. Whoever is keeping track of the money.
I nominate our party leader.
Oh yeah.
The burden of responsibility, burden of leadership, Mr. Goldenfield.
All right. I am good with money. I will invest it wisely.
And
Here, barley stocks are up.
it's heavy.
Oh
and
no,
hand
I
it
take
over
that
to you.
back. These are really cheesy looking manacles. They would probably they actually, yeah, they look really crappy. They look used.
Do you have a better pair? I mean, you can keep the whole gold piece if you give him your finest pair of manacles.
Well, if you want some really serious manacles, as you know, it's gonna be 4 gold pieces for if you're looking to hold like a real prisoner.
Are they goblin size?
I was way off. You can tighten them up to be goblin size. Yeah, in the player's handbook, they're 2 gold for a set of manacles.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap! I mean, he does have these really crappy, rusted out bad ones, and the goblin doesn't look that strong. It'd probably work on him.
All right, we'll use the cheesy ones for now.
All right. Goblin's like, I don't run. I serve you. I serve
Yeah,
you.
you already tried to scurry away once when we got here.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
have to let this goblin go eventually.
Eventually, yes, maybe.
Or kill him with a shovel.
He looks like terrified.
Hammer.
I see the murder hobos in all your eyes that have your video screens up. Which is only
Hey,
2
he's
of
the
you.
one who wants to kill him with a shovel. I'm trying to keep him alive.
All right.
Could compromise, just cut off a foot.
I'd take his thumbs.
No, because then the
Sildar-
manacles won't work. The manacles won't work if you cut the thumbs off.
That's
It will
true,
slip
yeah,
right
it'll
off the
slide
hands.
Well, I mean, if you want to release it, if you want to release it, take its thumbs off. That way it can't hold a sword or string a bow.
All right. Sildar says, like, "Whoa, man, the adventures that are coming out of the academy now are a lot more hardcore than they used to be." And I'll see.
Hey,
you
it's
guys-
in the book, man. I
I'll
hold the
see
book
you
up.
guys in the end. You're like,
All in the
I'm
book.
outta here. Torture now? Oh my god.
Oh,
We're not
standard.
torturing. Manacles is not
practice.
torture.
So he walks off.
All right. Off to the tavern, guys.
Sure.
To the Red Band Trail Tavern.
So you guys are just gonna straight up go for it, huh? All right. Well, it's about
We're just getting. We're just getting.
Well- Nah, I vote that we wait and talk to the mayor. I wouldn't want to go do something for free that we might be able to profit from.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if these Red Band guys are knocking up people for protection money, the mayor might be already embedded with them.
Well, then,
Or maybe not.
but he
Let's
may
suss
not.
him out. He may
Yeah.
offer us 1,000
this-
gold to get rid of him.
This whole thing sounds fishy to me.
I just think it's best to position ourselves where we might profit from a situation. If the mayor seems like he's in cahoots with them, then we show up there and wind
Cut
up
off his
getting
foot.
arrested and thrown in jail, and then we have to kill him with a shovel.
Cut off his foot.
Wait, do you actually own a shovel?
Can buy one.
You've seen the farms around here. I doubt a shovel will be hard to find, and they'll be much less expensive than buying bracelets for your pet goblin.
Goblin, what's your name?
It.
Arf.
You give me name, Daddy.
No, he just told you his name.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Harv.
Harv? Oh, Harv.
Harv. All right, Harv. You stick with us, you stay alive. You leave, you're gonna die.
I already told you, master. I stay you.
Okay.
Great.
Because I would imagine anyone in this town, if you got away from us, would just stick you just out of spite.
I know, I'm a dead man either way, he says in Goblin. That was a little bit too complex for us common. But that's what he says.
Good, we have an understanding. I say back in Goblin.
All right, well, you guys are all standing out in front of the warehouse.
I say we head to the
get
other
a drink.
tavern, and then talk to the mayor tomorrow.
Maybe the mayor will be at the tavern.
Maybe.
I look at the other. I look at Forrest's paladin. Forrest, what's your paladin's name again?
Crumb.
You're using
Wrong.
names, man.
Are we streaming?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
From?
Sorry.
Yeah,
about that.
all like 5 of us who actually can watch this thing. You know, it's okay.
Crumb, I'm really not. I really don't. I don't really feel like going to the other tavern. I think we should just go ask some. Go make some friends at the Red Band Tavern.
Let's take a vote.
Go where you want. This isn't a democracy. It's not like we're.
Well, it kind of is in the fact that what if something does go wrong and then we mess everything up for everybody? We don't want to take that chance. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't go to the. Maybe we should wait.
What time is it? 4 p.m.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Now what you guys are talking about is you've now walked into the center square of town.
Is that like an altar right there? Or is that just a building ruin?
It's
Like,
just a ruins of a building.
Okay.
But
this
you
is a
see... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, is this the tavern here, or
That is the Stonehill Tavern.
the Stonehill Tavern, not the Red Brand Tavern?
No, the red brand where they were at is the Sleeping Giant, which you think is somewhere down in this. Yeah, it's in that somewhere in those blocks, but you're not sure.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We can get some information about the Red Brand friends or Red Brand brigands, and you can show off your pet goblin. Maybe teach him to dance for drinks. Can you dance, goblin?
I drink.
That wasn't the question, Goblin. You dance.
I drink.
This is gonna be awesome.
Maybe we can charge the patrons a silver piece each to throw darts at it.
Jesus Christ. I thought I was dark.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying.
Shovels and darts. Jesus.
This thing was trying to kill you not
Yeah, but it needs to atone for
12
its sin.
hours ago.
It needs to atone for its sins. And I think a little manual labor is very suitable for his actions.
I don't think this goblin cares about you.
I care.
He doesn't
care.
really love you.
I love.
That's enough, goblin. I give him a little like hit with my hammer, like with the back end of it, blunt end, just to.
Hey, don't hit the goblin.
Don't hit Harv. Don't hit Harv.
I stand between Crumb and the goblin. Cut that shit out. What would your god say to all this abuse of a bound person?
They don't talk to me. I don't bother them with my problems. They don't bother me with theirs.
You didn't hit the goblin. Crumb did.
Oh. Didn't hit it. He just mechanically agitated.
This goblin doesn't share my faith.
Hammer! And he goes and he. How do you normally carry your hammer? Is it like in a loop on your belt, or do you always have it in your hand? How do you do it?
I have a hook on the back if I'm not using it. That hooks to the back, but most of the time, I'm holding it.
Where is it now?
Where's it right now? Well, I have my kind of shield sheath, I would say, And then my hammer I kind of took with 2 hands, even though I could hold it with 1. I just gave him a little poke with the back end. Just kind of little
Well, that
stabs.
was a
I'm
few-
holding it with 2 hands.
But that was before you asked him if he believed in your God, right?
Yeah, I'm still holding it in 1 hand.
Okay, he touches the hammer and
Just in
kisses
case
it.
he tries something.
Yeah, and he's like, I believe. I believe. Actually, I'm gonna roll for Harv and see what does he even know what that symbol means? Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. We have a new player on the map. His name is Harv. And he's gonna roll his history. God of hammer! Hammer! I love the hammer! He starts kissing the hammer over and over again. Hammer's my god! Hammer!
Please, Hammer, don't hurt him.
And I'm giving him a little, oh, why I oughta.
Oh, by the way, he still has his armor on. I don't know if you guys ever said you took it off him. Yeah, he's wearing
Thinking
like,
something
He's probably
worse than an
naked.
armed goblin is a naked goblin.
yeah, it's kind of like a chainmail.
It's best that he probably still wears it. I don't want
Yeah.
to know what's underneath.
Yeah,
it.
it's not like he's gonna kill somebody by hitting you over the head with his armor.
Not without thumbs, anyway.
And he did have a scimitar and a short bow that he was fighting.
Oh,
with
he does
earlier.
not.
He's
he
not
did
carrying
not.
them now. I'm assuming
Yeah.
you guys took them with you, right?
Yeah, we put it in the cart.
Yeah, it's in the cart. But you probably somebody should be carrying this stuff, unless you just sold it with the rest of the stuff in the cart
I'll be carrying his scimitar.
and a
Oh,
short
no.
bow and his arrows.
Sure.
Okay.
Got a lot of junk in the trunk.
You're
Oh,
not
he does.
thinking of arming that thing, are you?
Cannon fodder.
Okay. So you guys going to roll?
I guess
into
we're
the
gonna go
tavern?
in the Goody Two Shoe Tavern.
All right. Okay. The Stone Hill Inn. In the center of town stands a large, newly built roadhouse of field stone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room is filled with locals nursing mugs of ale and cider. All of them are eyeing you very curiously since you walked into the bar with a goblin screaming, "Hammer! I love the hammer!" I'm gonna pull up let's see, generic tavern map if you guys want it, or do you want to do Theater of the Mind?
Whatever's easiest. My mind can be very theatrical.
Theater of the Mind's good.
Oh, I just realized if I opened up this little thing, I get to see all the players' characters' names. Oh, well, let's.
The campaign? Yeah, if you look at the campaign, you should see all the characters' names, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to the map, and
I do not.
I'm gonna.
No tokens.
I'll switch the. I'll switch the light here in a moment to daylight once I get you guys all on there. And let's see. Ooh. As we fade into daylight. Okay, oh man, let's see. My commoners aren't working.
That's why they're commoners. That's why they're in a tavern in the middle of the day.
Worthless.
They're not working.
Okay, but pretty much as I kind of said, I can have some commoners up in a minute. Okay, wham, wham, wham. And let's see.
Uh-oh. A grieved goblin.
Oh, are you kidding me? God dang it. I'm going to have to find that. and turn that
Skittish
off.
commoner. Gnarly commoner.
Oh, my goodness. Boo.
He's so gnarly, dude.
God, I thought I turned that damn thing off. All right. I think I got sufficient commoners kind of like hanging out here. Okay. Feel free to set your guys' self up. And, yeah, they have terrible names on them. Good darn it. You guys can all move your tokens. Who wants to go in first? Am I missing some? Oh, my goodness. There goes everybody.
We just storm into the bar, apparently.
I guess so.
It's a bar. It's not.
It's not a
place
dungeon.
of commerce and friendship.
Are you grabbing Harv?
Harv's with me, so he's gonna be the right side of me.
Goes where the hammer goes.
Actually, yeah, he's actually falling around.
No, he's not.
Are you gonna try
I
to
make
grab
sure.
him?
Oh, he's staying by me.
All right, make an attempt to grab. He's like continuously kissing the hammer. I mean, he's like attached to it. He's like, for some reason he's like entranced, but maybe because it's like, you know, gold plated or something.
All right, what do you want me to roll for strength?
Leash on that thing.
Yeah, just roll the hit without you know, unarmed, yeah, for a grab.
13. The two paladins are fighting over a goblin.
Yeah, you like grab his scruff and he slides out of it, and he looks back to you and he just kind of gives a sad look. Hammer?
No.
Whoa, hammer is beautiful. And everybody at the bar is kind of staring at you guys as you are the most bizarrest, motley set of people of all time. You have somebody who looks like a demon. You have a half orc that looks like he's in pajamas. You got you, who looks like a normal dwarf, with this crazy goblin screaming hammer, and then two aristocratic kind of guys, followed by a wizard. You know, so it looks. Everybody kind of stops and just starts staring at you guys and looking you guys over. What are you guys gonna do?
Order drinks, man.
Innkeeper.
Ignore them and order.
We need strong drink.
It's a wench over here.
No, she's that's a commoner. She's out there drinking in the corner. Which
her
one?
fish.
Which wench were you talking about?
Is there a bar witch?
There's a bar witch.
Bar witch?
Let's see.
A bartender.
Yep. So
Maybe it's a serve yourself bar.
Yeah, go behind the bar.
no,
That's what you
no,
want.
it doesn't. It doesn't. Let's see. This will just take a second. I got your bartender coming right up.
Uh-oh.
Whoa! I got a top-down icon for once, huh? Oh, hey! Travelers, how are you doing? He says. You guys walk into the bar as he comes out of this door right here.
Is Sildar not with us?
No, Sildar came in and he says Sildar came in here and purchased a room about 15-20 minutes ago. He says that a hearty band of adventurers were going to come in.
Oh, good.
And possibly
And he
need
made
some
arrangements. And he made arrangements for our rooms as well?
No, he did not.
Oh. Well, that was very short-sighted of him.
But I do have 5 rooms left.
We'll take them all.
Okay. I have the Master Suite, which is my nicest room, and that goes for 2 gold pieces a night. And then I have a pretty nice room, very comfortable for a gold piece. And then I have my basic rooms that are, the other 4. Well, 3, I guess, and Sildar's in 1, and those go for about 5 silver pieces. And I'll tell you though, my high class room even has a giant brass tub, and we will bring hot water for you to bathe in. And before anybody else speaks, since nobody spoke up, Valfred says, "I'll take that one, my friend," and he flicks out a platinum piece. Reserve this room for the next 5 days, and then he goes,
All right, we're all sleeping in the master suite. Let's go.
No, you are not. And give me a bottle of that Tyrrhenian wine I saw up there. And he's, "Oh, good eye, master." And put that on my tab. And he's like, yes, sure thing. And he grabs the bottle off the table and says, "Gentlemen, I will going to retire and clean myself. Call me if you need any help." And he goes all the way through, and just goes upstairs.
What a delicate creature.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get rid of a PC fast. Right?
Well,
Okay,
then...
and for the rest of you gentlemen, anybody looking for their own room, perhaps the horned one and the orc would share a room together?
Why would you say that?
What? Yeah. What are you stating?
Because they both look like brothers in battle. I mean, they're both wearing symbols of St. Telos, and one is wearing one of which one were you again? Were you going with Augustine or Valdenor, the dwarven one?
Augustine, I think, was the one that wasn't on the list.
That you're going with, right? So I have 2 brave knights, and I'm sure that you would like to spend time sharing war stories and cleaning your armor together. I would assume that you would take the next largest room, which would be for a gold piece a night.
take that.
Okay.
All right.
Like it.
Who forks over a gold piece?
I don't have the bag currently.
I have it. I'll throw
I
it
will.
on there.
Oh yeah, yeah, you got it.
I got it.
Do you like pour the bag out on the bar and count how much money is there?
No, I know. One.
So it got like a big dollar sign on it, like Scrooge McDuck.
Pretty much.
Yeah, where does he Kenny Rogers?
Okay. So you give him a gold.
Mhm.
Okay, he reaches the bar and he hands you guys a key for room number 2. Okay, that's 2 of my rooms. I have 3 rooms left.
I am fine in a simple room. Just a place to sling my hammock and I'm fine.
I am too.
All
I'm
right,
fine
so
sitting outside. A room will be a.
You don't have a
Sure,
hobbit
but-
hole?
you know, there was a couple of hobbit structures that lay in ruins on the outskirts of town. I don't know if
Oh, that's right.
anybody lives there.
It's not living in any ruin.
But sorry, Master Halfling, I do not have any specialized rooms for halflings.
Oh well.
I don't even know if there is a halfling in Eldalin here.
More's the pity.
Kind of sad, the state of diversity here.
Well, this is not a comfortable living here. We're days, weeks away from any major city or civilization, and you know, we've only beginning to get back the infrastructure we need to possibly once again start looking into the hills and the mountains behind us to see if there's any gold or precious materials in them. And the mining company on the other side of town, you know, everybody's been ramping up to try to start getting some prospectors out here and hopefully doing some business. But what we need is, we keep telling our mayor that we need good established authority here, or any orc raiding tribe, as he looks over at the half orc, or of course hobgoblin, gnoll, or giant stroll in here and make our lives all difficult. We need to have some type of militia.
I thought those red bands were running protection here for you guys.
He looks around the room at all the people, and everybody in here, they just look like either like a farm workers or this guy like moves over to this table over here and he's talking to this. And they look like just local townspeople, and nothing of, you know, nobody of any super note. Yes, they've definitely been a little bit of trouble lately.
Well, they're trouble. I was under the impression that in paying them, they would protect you, but doesn't seem to be the case then.
Well, I know that they've been walking around and, you know, causing trouble to a lot of the other people. I've lived here all my life. And, you know, and when mining, the first attempt of everybody coming mining the hills and it kind of petered out, I thought it was better to service that than try to be a prospector myself. And well, honestly, you know, things were pretty good and those damn red bands showed up. They're terrorizing people. People aren't coming out and spending money anymore. And I keep telling that damn mayor that, you know, he needs to do something about this. This is terrible. And, you know, but he just says that he doesn't have the manpower or the talent. I mean, he does say that, you know, he was hoping that Sildar would come back, and we all know that he's an ex-sergeant in the Mountain Fort, you know, army, but we were hoping that he would bring back some of his other retired soldier buddies and maybe, you know, become a sheriff or something. But, you know, that seems like he just brought you. Well, maybe you guys would be sheriff. Oh, but he... You look like the types of keeping law and order as he looks over at Crom and
I think I'd be a great sheriff.
Ymir, and he's like, you look like two stout gentlemen of law and order.
Stout.
Strong, hardy.
I will go where the law is needed.
Well, the law is needed here. But
But amazing that despite all of those setbacks that you managed to create this gem of an inn out in this wasteland.
well, it's taken a lot of hard work.
And you've been here a long time, you said. Does the black spider mean anything to you?
Black spider. You guys are really working that black spider angle, aren't you?
Nope.
Nope.
I haven't heard anything about a black spider. It sounds like some kind of drink. Do you know how to make it?
Yeah, you take all after you mop the bar top off, you squeeze all of that juice into a cup, and you serve it to the goblin.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Waste that liquor on that creature.
How much money are you going to spend for that? 2 silver?
Yeah, we'll see.
But I think we need drink.
Ah, okay.
Enough talk. Drink, drink.
Well, what drink would you like? We have some fine southern wines and some western ales.
Have any locally brewed ales?
Yes, local brew. It's a little tart, not too fruity. It's about 5 silver for a pitcher. They'll fill about 5 mugs, which there's 5 of you.
Let's start off with that then.
All right. So he has a huge old keg over there, and he walks over to it, and he fills up a pitcher of some wine, and then dumps out 5 cups for you guys. You belly up at the bar.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then you dancing on the bar? Ding,
Yeah, I
dong,
guess so.
ding, boom, boom, boom. I'm kidding. Actually, no. It's probably better if you guys do something like that, right? There you go.
Probably.
You guys are all up at the bar.
I'm gonna make sure that Harv's right next to me. Yeah.
He's trying to wedge himself in the middle. You guys, let me
Put him
in.
Next to
wanna
his
see.
hammer friend.
I want to see. He's crawling up.
Tie
into
that
your,
thing up outside.
He's crawling up into your lap, Jet.
I will
You guys can scoot down one more.
give him an impolite poke.
You want to scoot over?
He
and let
tries
him-
to get near me.
Yeah,
No.
I moved down. I moved. He can sit up here.
Okay, he goes.
I don't mind his kind.
Get Put him up. Here, swap. Go sit next to your pet.
And,
Foul little creature.
He's like, cup.
You're not gonna pour good liquor into that thing.
Cup.
Oh, I am going to kill that thing.
Are you gonna give him a cup there, Ymir?
Yeah, I'll give him a cup.
He holds it up. Cup! And you pour him a little bit of yours in there. And he like drinks it down.
Ew.
And he just like looks so happy and so excited. Oh, so much better than Goblin Hole! Ah, more, please, more.
If you behave yourself, I'll give you more.
I behave. Jeez.
Okay.
So, I dabble a little bit more in this cup. I'm like, just be quiet the rest of the time we're here.
All right. Well, you guys pretty much down that pitcher pretty fast. You guys get about a cup and a half out of it, unless you guys are all fully topping off. I'd say you guys probably go through another pitcher or two.
Yeah,
You
that
guys been
sounds good.
traveling on the roll. So somebody mark off One, and do you guys get some snacks too?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys get it gets you out a wheel of cheese and a bunch of bread and some apples and stuff like that. Basically, a really late lunch. Unless you guys want to go full bore for a dinner meal.
That's fine.
I'm sure we
Nice.
won't win after all that
Our
fighting.
snacks is fine.
All right, so it costs you about 3 gold to get like enough good drinks. You're not getting drunk. This is the cheap stuff and food. And the goblin looks so stoked. He looks so happy. He's like, "I stay with you. You're a good clan. I
That's
fight
right.
for you." And everybody else in the bar is kind of like, "Whoa, they got a pet goblin over there." Yeah, but what about that demon that's sitting over there in the corner? I don't know about that demon. I don't know, but why is that demon? He's wearing a symbol of Saint Hellos. Oh, maybe we should go tell the priest in town. Maybe those. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of weird. And so there's all this like kind of mumbling and gossip, you know. You guys get your fill. It's now like 6 o'clock in the evening, and I think by the yawning I've been hearing everybody. It sounds like Yanni is going to be summoning everybody to bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
By
Well,
that time.
let me close the stream down. I just want to say thank you for our 2 viewers that are watching right now. Whoever you are, thank you. Maybe one of them is Handy took since he couldn't make it tonight, but at least he could come back on and review what we've done. And sorry about the technical difficulties in the middle. And thanks again, crew, for letting me record you. I just love having the archive of us having a good time playing these games. So,
Heck yeah.
Okay.
all right. So that's it from the den. We're signing off, and we'll talk to you guys later.